You have a photo of yourself at 6 years old, same name, same birthday, same little scar on your knee, probably. And nature agrees with you. That kid is you. Except almost nothing about that kid still exists. The cells in their body are mostly gone. The brain that ran them has been rewired so many times it would barely recognize itself. Their handwriting, their voice, their favorite food, their deepest fear. Half of it has been overwritten. If you met that child today, you couldn't read their mind. You don't remember most of their days. You'd have to be told what they were thinking. And yet, you carry their name forward like a baton in a race you don't remember starting. So here's the uncomfortable question. If the body changed, and the brain changed, and the memories faded, and the personality shifted, what exactly makes that child you, and not just someone you inherited? That answer isn't about the past at all. It's about the trick your brain is running right now to keep you from noticing. Start with the body, because that's the part that sounds the most solid. You think of yourself as a thing, one object, sitting here, reading this. But you are not an object. You are more like a flame. A candle flame looks like a single, steady shape, but the actual stuff inside it, the gas, the heat, the burning, is being completely replaced moment to moment. The flame is not a thing. It's a process that holds a shape. You are the same. Memory. That's the thing that stitches it all together. That's the thread. Except memory is the biggest liar in the building. Here's something you can test. Every time you recall a memory, you are not opening a file. You are not pressing play on a recording. You are rebuilding the memory from fragments, right there on the spot, and then storing that new version over the old one. Which means the memories you trust the most, the ones you've replayed 1,000 times, your wedding, your worst day, your happiest morning, are the ones you've edited the most. The memory you've touched the least is the most accurate. The one you cherish is a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy. There's a name for this. Researchers who study it have watched people confidently, vividly, tearfully remember events that provably never happened. Whole childhood incidents, rich with detail, planted by nothing more than a suggestion and time. So the thread that connects you to that 6-year-old isn't a cable. It's a story you tell yourself every morning when you wake up, and retell every night, slightly differently each time, until the character in the story and the person telling it have quietly drifted apart. Now it gets worse, because you might be thinking, all right, the memories are shaky, but at least there's a me watching them, a single unified narrator, one voice, one place, one self. There isn't. The clearest look we ever got at this came from an operation. For decades, doctors treated severe epilepsy by cutting the bundle of fibers that connects the two halves of the brain. It worked. The seizures stopped. The patients seemed completely normal. But then researchers started testing them, one eye at a time, one hand at a time. And they found that the left half of the brain and the right half had started answering questions separately. In one setup, a patient's right brain was shown a command, and the left hand carried it out. Then the researchers asked the patient why they did it. And the left brain, the talking half, the half that had no idea, did not say, "I don't know." It made up a reason, instantly, smoothly, completely convinced it was telling the truth. That's the part that should stop you cold. Your brain has a piece whose entire job is to invent explanations for things you did for reasons you never had access to. It's been called the interpreter, and it doesn't only switch on after brain surgery. It's running in you, right now. Every time you explain why you snapped at someone, why you love the thing you love, why you are the way you are, some part of you is quietly writing a story and handing it to you as a memory of a decision you may never have actually made. The single, unified you narrating your life is a press secretary for a government you've never met. So let's go back to that photo, the 6-year-old. By now, the thread has come apart in your hands. The body isn't the same matter. The memories are rebuilt, edited, some of them invented. The narrator is a spokesperson, making up reasons after the fact. There is no single object, no unbroken cable, no little pilot in the cockpit that has been you the whole way through. So the honest answer to what makes that child you might be nothing. Nothing physical, nothing continuous, nothing you could point to and say there, that's the part that stayed. The self might not be a thing you have. It might be a thing your brain performs, frame by frame, the way that candle performs a flame, the way that river performs a shape. A process so smooth and so constant that you've mistaken the performance for a performer. And here's the part that people usually want softened. They want the reassurance at the end. The line about how the real you is your values, or your soul, or the love you leave behind. But the transcript of your own biology doesn't offer that. The uncomfortable version is simpler. There is no fixed you that moves through your life like a passenger through a train. There is only the self being built again this morning, out of a borrowed body, a rewritten memory, and a story stitched together by a narrator who fills the gaps without telling you. You are not the 6-year-old who grew up. You are the newest draft of a story about them. And tonight, when you fall asleep, that draft gets closed. Tomorrow, something wakes up in your bed, picks up the name, reads back the story, and believes completely that it was here the whole time. Nature never gave you a self. You reassemble one every morning, out of the pieces of whoever you were the day before.